Kirk, can you hear me now?
Yes, I am. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, fantastic. Well, we roll with the punches here. Sometimes the technology doesn't cooperate with us, but we try our very best. So as we continue on the topic of mental health, what is the TRHA doing? World Mental Health Day was last Saturday. What has the TRHA done to commemorate the day, and what are you doing moving forward?
Oh, um, I like how you're starting. The thing about it, let me take you back though. Mental health in all societies throughout this world has always been the stepchild, the bastard child, the thing that nobody wants to deal with or talk about.
Correct.
And the thing about it is that I am so happy that we have something like World Mental Health Day. That's really a step in the right direction. It's celebrated October 10th, starting dating back to 1992. And I'll tell you something, it's interesting that we have over 450 million people worldwide suffering with mental health issues. But what's fantastic about all of this?
What's
It's
that?
only when it's only when somebody calculated the economic cost of mental health to the world society. It was estimated between 2010 and 2030 that mental health will cost the world $16 trillion.
Wow.
Wow. Yes. Now, you put that in economic terms as the astronomical cost. So you see how many years mental health issues has been with us.
Right.
All right. And when we could quantify it now in terms of economic costs, people pay more attention.
Right. And
However, we must realize that there's something like 1 in 4 persons would have a mental health issue affecting them at some point in their life. 1 in 4. Think about it.
that's a stark number.
Yeah. So if you really think about it and think about what this means, so you see, throughout the years, the World Federation for Mental Health have dealt with different aspects of mental health that affects our society and persons in our society. This year, thankfully, the theme is mental health for all. And given the statistics that I've given to you, a little bit of the history, you could see why it's important to move it now into mental health for all. Let me just throw in this at you. Think about it. Think about what do you think the suicide rate worldwide is like?
I have no idea, but I'm sure it is a frightening number.
Yeah, we have something like 800,000 suicides on average per year worldwide. That's just suicide. So you think about that and think about that in terms of wars and famines and other natural disasters that occur. Think about how big a human event it is.
Right. It
It's
is.
it's it's mind-boggling.
It really is.
So I want to bring that to the fore to just give us a sense of how important it is dealing with mental health and mental health issues. Yes.
How do
So as
we?
I said before, um, WHO through World Federation for Mental Health has decided to talk about mental health for all. And in this view or this new look or all new look, we're talking about advocating for mental health, educating, being more empathetic in our approach to mental health issues because it's something that has affected all of us.
And it's so important that we continue the conversations and we continue to bring awareness to it And let's speak now about mental health issues in young people, because we are in the age, well, and we have been for quite some time, the age of social media, where there are other layers added to people's experience in life and other things that can cause people to spiral into having deep-seated mental health issues. What do you have to say about mental health issues and the young person?
Wow. Well, one of the things that has happened in previous World Mental Health days, I think it was 2018, we looked at, and before that, we looked at mental health in the youth. Okay, and we're looking at ages 15 to 29, that kind of age group, and thereon. The thing about it is that we have the traditional things that has affected us throughout the years, with the anxiety, the depression, the all these other things that has happened throughout the years that are known to us. Now, within this new technological boom, so as to speak, and you superimpose the pandemic onto it and all the different issues, we have a whole series of other things affecting young people and older people. I don't want to leave out any area, and older people that we didn't have to deal with before, right? Because I remember asking somebody sometime in the past, what is cyberbullying?
Right.
Yeah. I just saying, like, so why don't you just turn it off? And because of ignorance, we make so many statements because we cannot identify with some of the things that the younger people would be talking about.
Or relate
because
to it sometimes.
Yes, we can relate it because in our time, it affected us differently. Maybe we ended up with the similar signs and symptoms, right? The anxiety, the depression, and so as to speak. But in terms of the experiential things, it's different for them.
Right.
And sometimes we can relate to what they're talking about. I remember some time ago, my son telling me he put something up and he didn't get no likes. And I'm saying, and what?
Again, the imbalance there, because it's not something you could relate to.
Exactly.
Right.
So sometimes we don't hear them. Right. And therefore, because we don't have that experiential knowledge, it sometimes means little or nothing to us. And they are suffering. I remember somebody saying to me, a young man saying to me, let's go play table tennis. And I was so excited. So I rushed home, put on the gears,
right.
And I'm going across now thinking, well, okay, it's a new table tennis board. I'm looking for the board.
Right.
And he hands me this remote, And I say, well, what to do with this? You see, so many things we take for granted that affects different people differently. But people's pain is their pain, regardless of the age. How they interpret their environment, how it affects their daily functioning. And if we don't hear people and make them feel heard, we're going to lose them. We're going to lose them. We're going to lose them. We're going to lose them because they feel disconnected. And we feel disconnected from them. Look at what's happening to our young people. Look at our generation versus the generation before. Similar issues. It's as we get older, our parents start to make sense to us.
That's right.
But back then, and look at the presentation. We have the cutters and all of those things that we deal with in young people today.
Yes, that's right. And things manifest in so many different ways. But unfortunately, this is all the time we have for. We do have to stick a pin in it because we are coming closer and closer to the end of the hour. But I want to thank you for your input this morning, Kirk Pitt, for joining us. And we're going to continue having this conversation about mental health and how we are going to proceed with, how we do it on a general scale. That was Kirk Pitts, psychiatric social worker of the Mental Health Department of the TRH.